Hi everyone, welcome to the Mama Elephant anniversary event. We are celebrating 8 years with Mama Elephant, and this is the last day of introductions for the new release. Remember, the new release is on September 15th, 12 a.m. Eastern Time. First up, we have Gingerbread cookies. This is a set that was illustrated by Chrissy, who's one of the owners of Mama Elephant. I can't pick a favorite image, but I do adore the plate of gingerbread cookies, and I also really like the little milk image too. This stamp set also includes two little images at the top, the hexagon and the solid circle, that can help you create bokeh effects. Here's a look at the coordinating dies for gingerbread cookies. Up next, we have a new Creative Cuts die. This is Petite Treat Box, and it can create different little toppers for your little treat box. We'll go over the pieces in a bit. I'll be doing some Copic coloring for this card today, and I will be updating the description box with the colors I used, and these are so fun. I used the E30 colors. I've been using my E30s a lot, and it took me quite some time to color this image because I believe my markers were dry, so I had to go over it a couple of times. I stamped out the images using the Gingerbread Amalgam ink in Obsidian, and I stamped it on the Nina 110 Solar White 110-pound paper. I loved coloring these cute little guys. So I did lay down like an initial set of color, and I thought I needed a little bit more shading, so I'm adding my darker color again, and then I'm blending it out again. And I just really enjoyed coloring this image. I did take some time to fill up my markers in between takes because they were super dry. I have the refills. I'm just so lazy to fill them up. It's a process, so I might have to take one of these days over the weekend or when I have some free time to just do all of them at once, because it's just something that like I don't want to do. Because I would rather color instead of doing marker maintenance, but I really have to. As you can see, a lot of my markers are they're all tore up. So I have to like change out nibs, I have to like clean them, I have to like refill them. So we have a lot to do. I'm coloring in the plate. I didn't want to do gray shading, so I thought I would do skin tone shading. Because I don't know, I just didn't want to use a gray marker for some reason. Now I'm going to color up the bottle of milk. I'm doing a little shadow of BG10, and then I'm doing a little bit of gray on the milk, and then just like a tiny bit of shading. And then I didn't want my red ink to bleed, so that's why I switched to the milk to allow my gingerbread men to dry a little bit, and then I added in the red details. Red is just one of those colors that you can't correct with the zero marker, so I try to be extra careful with the red. I'm taking that solid hexagon stamp, and then I'm doing second and third generation stamping as well. And as you stamp without re-inking, it gets lighter. So I just wanted to have just a random kind of cluster, and then I'm overlapping some. And I did Google image bokeh effects, so I'm trying to copy that effect. And then I noticed in the when I Google image, some of the bokeh effects were different colors, and it was just like different intensity of light, and so I'm just trying to replicate that here. I'm going to then adhere kind of this bottom portion here, and that'll be my table for the cookie images. Make sure your stamping at the top is dry because pigment ink does take a little bit longer to dry. I'm stamping out the sentiment on that little card there, and I'm doing it in a red ink. I've taken the images we colored and I cut them out using the coordinating dies, and now I will be using double-sided foam adhesive to adhere them to the front of the card. As I was putting this together, I realized I needed another little piece, so I did color in one of the other images of a just a single gingerbread man, and then I'm just going to add that to the front as well near the milk. So cute! So I'm going to create the back of this card because it will be a shaped card. So I'm just going to cut it out, the scallop circle again, and then I'll create a little score, and then I'll adhere that to the front of the card so it can flip up so you can write your message inside. Next up, we're going to be creating the Petite treat box, and this is what it looks like here. I just did a quick little sample in white. So we're going to be first putting together the version where it has the sort of rainbow handle. It comes with a solid kind of rainbow piece and the separated rainbow pieces. I wanted to actually make mine with 3 different colors, so I'm cutting them all out, and then I'm going to be adhering all of the different layers on that handle there. I'm just going to be using some wet glue and adhering the rainbow rings directly onto that handle. Make sure that you're adhering the rings to the nice side of the die cut. The die set comes with this base piece here, so you'll have to cut out 2 of these base pieces. So I'm going to be putting together the box. So you want to face the 2 die cuts, I guess the ugly side of the die cut up, and then I'm going to lift that flap there, and then I'm going to put some adhesive, and then I will fold that into the die cut on the right, and this will kind of join the 2 die cuts together. So the inside of the box is facing up. Now I'm going to take that other tab on the other side, fold it in, and I will be putting adhesive on it. And once I'm done with that adhesive, I'm going to fold over the die cut. It should meet, and that should create your box. Now I'm going to take the flaps at the bottom, and then I'll just adhere the bottom up so we can seal the box. So I'll be doing that by just adding some adhesive to the flaps and then sealing the box up on all 4 sides, and that'll complete your box. Now that the bottom is complete, we'll be working on the top. So we'll go to the top, we'll pinch the 2 sides where the handle is, and then on the sides we will push down the flaps where the slit is and insert that handle through the slit on both sides. And there's our box. So next I'm going to show you how to create the different box toppers if you want to change out that rainbow handle and use a different type handle. So it does come with options of a bow, which we're doing here, 2 different sets of ears, like a pointy ear and a rounded ear, and then also the bunny ears. So same as before, I'm cutting out 2 of these base die cuts, and then I'm adhering them together using the 2 little tabs. Now I'm going to cut away that rainbow handle, and there's a score mark on it, so it's easy to see where you need to cut away that handle. And then now I've cut out 2 of these optional bow handles, and then I'm adhering it in place of where that rainbow handle used to be. And you just want to make sure it's in the middle. And then now we're just going to follow the steps of how we did it the other time. So we're going to seal up the bottom flaps. And then next we're going to pinch the handles together, which in this case it is the bows. And then we're going to take the 2 flaps with the slits and insert that bow through. And here's a look at all the different boxes you can make using the different box tops. The base piece has the sort of rainbow handle already built in, but you can cut that away and do the different sets of ears you see here, the rounded ears, the bunny ears, the bow, and then also the pointy ears if you want. And that is it for me. That is the last product I'm sharing for the anniversary release. I hoped you enjoyed all the videos. And remember, the release is going to be live on September 15th, 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you are plugged into all of Mama Elephant's social media. Tomorrow, the 14th, they will be announcing the promo announcement for this year. And they will be hosting a 3-day stampede starting on the 15th release day. And on behalf of the Mama Elephant team, Angela and Chrissy, and the Mama Elephant design team, thank you so much for all your support all these years. Okay guys, that is it. I hope you all have an awesome day. Stay safe and happy crafting. I will see you next time. Bye guys.